Hi, I'm Daniel from Gramophone, and I'm standing in beautiful Nevada with our friends from Wisdom Audio. They've been around for 30 years, building some of the best loudspeakers in the world, focused on both point source and line source technologies. They've been able to utilize planar magnetic drivers that provide an amazingly immersive experience. Today, we're going to go behind the scenes to see how they manufacture, test, and assemble all their products right here in the States, and show you what makes them special and how you can have them in your home. Let's go.
All right, well, my name's Eric, and I've been at Wisdom Audio for 18 years. And before that, I was at BG Radio, and I graduated from University of Wisconsin with a degree in microelectronics. I've been out here for 30 plus years. About 25 of those years have been in the audio industry. I'm a manufacturing guy. Somebody else, the way I say it is, somebody else way smarter than me designed all these speakers. It's my job to make the speakers and make them consistently and make them correct every single time. So I picked up a little bit of audio in the past 25 years, but really my focus is the manufacturing. We're going to go on a factory tour. The first place we're going is where we assemble the PMDs. Please, no photos in there. Proprietary filming equipment. After we get out of the PMD area, feel free to take pictures and videos and movies and ask the guys questions if you can catch one. Let's go for it.
Cool.
Hi, my name is Steven Riemersma. I'm the Senior Loudspeaker Design Engineer at Wisdom Audio. So this is our R&D lab. One of the biggest pieces of equipment that we use all the time is this near-field scanner made by a company in Germany called Klippel. So here we take measurements. So on an automated measurement system that measures all the way around the speaker, we can capture all the data, all the sound field that comes off of a speaker. So when we're developing a total loudspeaker, we can look at the tweeter response, the woofer response, how to make a crossover to build those together. And then the next important thing is to set them up, in a proper listening situation where an in-wall speaker is in-wall, in-ceiling speakers are in the ceiling. And we can listen and evaluate how we perceive the loudspeaker, compare that to the measurements, and see how we'll adjust things in order to make a neutral speaker out of the box.
So this is where it all starts. These are all the aluminum extrusions. And back in the good old days, we would cut these out to length with a bandsaw. We would grab the drill fixtures you see hanging on the wall behind you. We'd clamp it on top of the extrusion, go over to the drill presses, and drill, countersink, tap, and deburr over there. What we've done in the last few years, we purchased an upcut saw over here, which is about 5 times faster than the bandsaw. It has a digital stop, adjusts the length. Now we cut our extrusion, put it in the multicam router table, and it does all the deburring, it does all the hole drilling, countersinking for us all in one shot. You can see what it's done right here. These are a couple of L150s. It cuts the holes out of the back, cuts the mounting holes for the on-wall brackets. This is a 101-inch super bar that we're just working on now. He'll probably get this on the router table this afternoon. By this afternoon, after at the router table, it'll already be over at powder coating. That process used to take about 2 to 3 weeks. Now this order came in yesterday. It'll be in powder coat tomorrow. So after we brought the multicam in-house, we brought the powder coating in-house also. So we're not relying so much on outside vendors. We also managed to steal the best powder coater in northern Nevada. Shane's been powder coating longer than I've been alive. Before he came to Wisdom Audio, he was powder coating at a shop down the road that was powder coating Wisdom Audio parts. So he's known our parts for 20 plus years. And as you can see, we always cross-train. So right now he's working on assembly right now, and he'll be doing that until Dre delivers the parts that he's working on right now. Then Shane shifts gears and goes into powder coating. We do a lot of black, and when you can order for a white one to come through, it better be clean. Because one speck of black in the white powder, and it's all over. Powder coating is a one and done type of thing. It's the way it comes out of the oven is the way you get it. You can't polish it, you can't clean it, you can't fix it or repair it. So you get one shot at it. If it comes out and it's rejected, it goes in the recycle bin and you start over again.
There's like so much prep work and all this stuff. It's like, you know.
This is final assembly. Depending on what product you have, the Sage, for example, is what we call assembled to order. And assembled to order is I have all the sub-assemblies and components ready to go together. When the PO comes in from you, whether it's an in-wall, freestanding, on-wall, all I have to do is pull the parts together and do a final assembly and test on it. If it's something like a Insight series, subwoofers, we build those to stock, so we always have them in inventory. If it's something like a Wisdom series, it's what we call engineer to order, and that's because there's so many options and variations in the way you want it. We really can't do anything until you've settled on what exactly you want. This is what we call our jewelry, and that's the terminal cup for an L75. That's an example of something that very easily could have been made out of a molded plastic part, but then it's not a Wisdom L75. So that starts as a chunk of aluminum and the whole thing gets machined out. Same thing, if you looked at the L75s over there, if you picked one up and turned it over, you'll find a W on the back that nobody's ever going to see. But it's just something that we have fun with. Everything out here gets tested 100%. It gets tested for a leak test, it gets an SPL test, it gets a DCR test, it gets a phase test. It gets tested a second time in packaging area as well. And every one of these products goes through with a product traveler and everybody signs off on every step all the way through. Good time I always like to give my guys a plug to. They really take care of themselves. For example, in the metal shop, Dre comes in every morning, he prints out a report. It tells him what he needs to make for that day to get items up to safety stock or anything special coming in. He generates his work order travelers for those products. Travelers follow over to Shane for the powder coating, and then they go on my desk when they get received in. Same thing, the list goes up on the board of what gets built up, and these guys generate their work orders, their product travelers, and they just build it all up and they test it, sign off on it, and it goes to the next station. Line modules going together. Line modules are assembled as stock. A little noisy in here, watch your step. This is our newest toy. Had this about 2 years. We're building, he's cutting out S90s out right now. So it cuts out S90s out of the sheet, glues and clamps them over here. He's got a downdraft table at the far end where he sands them flush. Then he takes them down to the paint shop at the other end of the building. These are all sub-2 enclosures. Paint booth. Once we started building our own subs, we had to start painting our own subs too. So we're also responsible for assembling 11 different variations of amplifiers here. That's the new U.S.A. 8 DSP. And I should also note that the SA2 and SA3 non-DSPs are now assembled to order only. The volume on them is pretty much shut down since the DSPs come in. This is the original SA3. And this is just a 3-channel. It's got 3 ICE modules and the big toroidal, obviously. A couple of unique things about the SA3 and the SA2 is the way it was designed is each channel is uniquely controlled. So if you have a short or something like that on one of the channels, that channel will go into protect. The other channel will continue to function normally without being affected at all. The way the protection circuit works is once it goes into protect, it stays there for 13 seconds. After that, the microprocessor reaches out again to say, hey, has the fault been cured? If the fault hasn't been cured, it just stays in protect, and it'll just stay in protect indefinitely until the fault is cured. If the fault is cured for some reason, then it'll immediately come out of protect, no reset, no hard reset, or anything like that.
So just to make it easier, again, we're trying, like our subwoofers have multiple vent points to make it easier to install and more flexible. that's kind of all our stuff. We try to think about that as much as possible. So, most companies would just send this like this, and then it's up to you to put the wires in or use something like this. We send these with the amps just to make it easier on your installers to be able to install this. Yes, you can put wire on it, of course, on the bottom or spade, but why would you when you have these? It just makes life a lot easier. So these are sent out. So hopefully when we come to jobs to calibrate, these are on the amps and not your house. I've been to a few jobs where there are 20 amps and there's not one of these. I'm like, well, somebody's got a whole bunch of these somewhere.
On the internet.
Yeah, being sold on eBay. Let me put this back.
It's a flash cut table. This is where we cut out all of our gaskets. We also cut out pieces of felt here and some other items. And you recall the 101-inch super bar that was being made in the metal shop? This is the custom template for it. So when it goes to the customer, he'll have his own custom template for mounting the on-wall hardware as well. This gets cut out on this machine. Where we assemble some of the larger subwoofers. These are a little bigger than our wood shop can handle, especially the STS. So we purchase these from a wood shop in Southern California. They come to us already painted and crated. We take them out of the crate, populate them, test them, put them right back in the same crate. These are SRSs. These are the STS little baby brother. And these are packaged to a crate. You can order them as singles, but they're packaged up to a crate. And the big crates you see behind you are the STS crates. These use a little Fatale 10-inch driver. The STSs use a Fatale 15s. Examples of how things get packed up to go out the door. Everything goes on custom-sized pallets. If it's international, the pallets are all certified, fumigated.
Thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can bring more insights of our world to you. In the meantime, please visit us at any of our showrooms or shop with us online at skybygramophone.com. And when you're ready, give me a call or any of my other designers so we can build something truly special for your home. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.